Hi guys, I'm so excited to make a video for you to teach you something little today. And if you don't know me, my name is Miss Paredes. I teach 3rd and 2nd grade ESL at Kingsbury this year with Miss Gonzalez. So if you haven't met me yet, it's nice to meet you. I have missed you guys over this 3 weeks already, and I wanted to tell you a little bit about what I've been doing at home. So the first thing that I've been doing is I read a whole book, which is super exciting. I'll show it to you. It's called American Street. It's not really for kids, so I wouldn't suggest it to you until you got older, but it was a great book and I really loved it. Another thing that I did is I made a blanket. Let me show it to you. Isn't that so cool? I crocheted it. Let me show you what crochet is. Crochet is when you take this little hook and you make it with yarn. Okay? So today we're going to learn about something called idioms. And I wonder if you've ever heard of the word idiom before. Maybe if you're in 5th grade, you've heard of it before. But maybe if you're in kindergarten or 1st grade, you've never heard of this word before. So I'm going to say it and I want you to say it. Ready? Idiom. Idiom. Awesome. So an idiom is an expression or something that you say. So I do this little character over here. I'll point with my spoon. It's something that you say when you're talking to people. And I wonder if an idiom is something that's literal or non-literal, not literal. Do you know what literal means? Think about it. So literal means something that you take word for word. Okay? But non-literal or not literal means something that you don't take word for word. Okay? So an idiom is, let me tell you, it's non-literal. Okay? It's something that you don't take word for word. Okay? So if we know that an idiom is an expression or something that you say that you don't take word for word, I wonder how we use it. How do we use these expressions? So when you're saying something kind of plain or boring or simple to a friend, an idiom is an expression that you can replace those words with. I'll give you some examples in a second. Why do people use these? So people use idioms just to make their speech more exciting. When you're talking to someone or you're writing something, if you want to make what you're saying or what you're communicating more interesting, you can just put in an idiom. And then when do you use them? Do you just use them all the time, every time you're speaking? Or do you just use them sometimes? Well, you can use an idiom basically whenever you want, but we don't use them all the time because that would just be kind of silly to always speak in idioms. We just sprinkle them in sometimes when we're talking. So I'm going to teach you an idiom today. And that one is, I wrote it up here, give me a hand. I wonder if you have ever heard this idiom. Have you ever heard your teacher say it? Or maybe a friend at school say, hey, give me a hand. I want you to think for 5 seconds, what does this mean? I wonder if you know. Do you think that it means, hey, give me an actual hand? Is it literal? Do they actually mean, give me a hand? That's what I drew here. That would be the literal meaning. Give me a hand. That would be so silly to say because no one can really give you a hand. So the idiom actually means, I wonder. I'm going to give you an example and I want you to try to figure it out. Let's say you're at school and your teacher is cleaning up this big mess that she made. And your teacher says, hey, kids, come over here. Give me a hand. I wonder what that means. So give me a hand means help. It means, hey, I need help. Come help me. Give me a hand. So I'll draw, someone who needs help. Maybe they would raise their hand. I need help. That should help you remember what give me a hand means. So back to our question of how do we actually use this idiom? You can take a simple phrase like give me help or I need help and just take that chunk out and replace it with the idiom. I have a sentence here that I'm going to show you how to do that. The sentence says, Mom, can you help me with this? So let's say you're in the living room and you can't get your shoes on. And you're like, hey Mom, can you help me with this? If you wanted to make your communication more exciting or fun or more interesting, you could use the idiom. So all you would do is cross out help me and you would replace it with the idiom give me a hand. Like this. Mom, can you give me a hand with this? So which one sounds more interesting? Mom, can you help me with this? Or, Mom, can you give me a hand with this? I wonder which one sounds more interesting. You think about it. So today, just to review, we learned about what an idiom is, we learned about how to use it, why people use it, and when. And then we learned a new idiom, which was give me a hand, and we learned how to use it in a sentence. I wonder if you have heard of any other idioms in the English language, or maybe in the language you speak at home. Because idioms are in all languages. So they're in Spanish, and English, and French, and Arabic, whatever language you speak at home, you've probably heard idioms before. So I'm going to challenge you with two different things this week. I want to see if you can think of any idioms you've heard before. And if you notice some, write them in the comments below if you see this video. And I want to challenge you to use this idiom we learned today. So when you're at home this week, or you're playing outside with your brothers, or your sisters, or your cousins, when you have a moment and you're about to say, hey, I need help, switch it up, replace that with this idiom. I just want to see if you can do it. Okay, that's all for today. It was so great to teach you guys today, and I miss you all. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you later.